channel. This time around we are going to do so many things: lifestyle, relationships, love, so that we know, and we want you to feel at home when watching us. We want you to feel loved. We want you to feel happy. We want to ignite you in a way or the other. Amidst everything, we want you to learn something from this. Today I'm here with my friend Doreen, Mommy Audrey.
Yes, hello viewers. You're welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Doreen Williams, aka Mommy Audrey. Thank you for
Doreen Williams.
Yes.
Mama. What a name. I've not heard of that name in the 2 years I've known you. But I want to inform our viewers that on this channel we are here to live, love and learn. Just tell them what we are here to.
So today we are going to usher to you a new thing. It's all about we are going to live, love and learn. So you're going to learn from us a few things.
Perfect. You're going to learn from us, and don't forget to subscribe and comment. From your comments we are also learning something, and we are just comfortably doing it knowing that someone out there is following and watching us. Yes, Nabwere, I want you to tell us, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you, dear?
How has your life been?
Good. How about you?
You're glowing.
Thank you.
You're just looking like a 13-year-old.
Oh, of course I am.
And most
13.
probably, if they cut off your hair, then you'll just go in that P3 glass and sit and study. So it's nice seeing you and nice meeting you.
Nice seeing you too.
Yeah, we want our viewers to know a lot of things about life.
Okay.
We all have stages of growth.
Yeah.
And I think they admit each of us has that childhood stage.
Yeah.
How was it like? Whom did you grow with? By the time you notice that you're living with someone, whom were you living with? Were you living with your mama and dada? Were you living with your grandmother? Were you living with your sister? Was someone fostering you into aging?
Yes. Okay. As I was growing up, I grew up in a small village called Dabani.
Dabani.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
called
my first time to
Dabani.
hear of the village.
Yeah, Dabani. It's found in Busia district.
Busia. I have my
Yeah.
friend called Abdelatif Mukasa from Busia district.
Okay. So while growing up, I grew up with my grandmother. Yes, I grew up with my grandmother. If you're out there and you have ever been with your grandmother, I guess you know what I'm talking about, the love.
Yeah, I know the love. I know what it means, and that also gives me part of my childhood memory.
So I grew up with my grandmother. It's to take you back. My dad passed on, so I started going. I stayed with my grandmother, and yeah, that's the part of it.
That's how you ended up in the hands of your grandmother. And for my case, well, I got to understand that I'm growing when I'm in my uncle's house. But in that house there lived my mom, but nearby there was my grandmother, and most of the time I would spend it with my grandmother. There are so many things I learned from my grandmother. If there is anyone who gave me first love, it was my grandmother. If there is anyone who gave me true love, it was my grandmother. If there is anyone who initiated me into some things that really no one could initiate me, it was my grandmother. I just can't forget the times when my grandmother used to eat a lot of chili. Pili pili, you know that red kamlali, that chili.
A small one.
I loved it so much, but of course she was hesitant to give it to me even when I was so young. But one day, as we sat eating food, my grandmother, I don't know what she had gone to do, she stood up. And on standing up, she leaves us on the plate, and this round plating, this village setting, not these modern things, the village setting whereby you're sitting, your grandmother,
the mat,
not even on the mat, not this, okay, on the mat, but on the papyrus mat, we should be specific. Okay. When we speak about mats, people may think of these modern ones
mats,
which even have letters. No, we mean those papyrus ordinary mats. As we were sitting, my grandmother stood up, and when she stood up, guess what happened? I got all her pili pili that she had put on her side of the plate. and brought it to my side and squeezed it on my side like this.
What happened?
You don't know what happened. I just got one piece of matoke. I put all the chili at once. I chewed. My gosh! By the time my grandmother came, I was collapsing, I was dying, I was coughing, I was crying from nowhere, and I just had to go and sleep. That's one of the moments that I remember I had with my grandmother, and they tickle me till this minute. What's that moment that you remember you had with your grandma, and it tickles your life to this minute?
The moment I remember that I had with my grandmother is, well, for us there, since we are at the border, my grandmother used to cross to Kenya.
Meanwhile, I think you're half Kenyan, half Uganda, because you're the border. As the left eye is in Kenya, the right eye is in Uganda.
Yes. So she used to cross to Kenya to sell greens. She could sell nakati and sukuma wiki in Kenya.
And they love it so much. It's a delicacy to them.
Yes. So one day she was going, and I told her, Jaja, today I want to go with you. She was like, well, let's go. So we started walking. We went. Then we reached Kenya. She sold her things after selling.
With her?
Yeah, why not with her? She sold her things after selling. So she bought for me a dress. We bought household stuff like cooking oil, soap, because we could go sell that to buy
what you use at
what
home.
you use at home.
The basics.
So while on our way coming back home, we met an old man. He was very old with grey hair, and the head was all white, and he was brown. He was wearing a kanzu. So imagine, all brown, then white kanzu, white hair. So as the one in front,
I don't want to think you to start. I'm thinking, but right, go on.
So as the one in front. So my grandmother asked me, do you know the road which brought us? I was like, yes, I know. Okay, you lead us. Okay, lead me, let's go. So I started following the old man. So my grandmother stood somewhere and left me to follow the old man. So I followed him, and she was following me behind.
Did your grandma
slowly.
also have gray hair?
By that time, no, not so much. So I started following the man. I followed the man until his place.
What was grandma doing?
It's funny, she was following me, but slowly, and me, I was not even looking behind. I was busy following the man. Then when the man reached his home, I was lost. I stood. Then
But
my
did the man
grandmother
notice that someone was following him?
came. Yes, and maybe he thought I was also just, going my way.
So
So-
you reached it. You
So
reached the man's
I
door, the
no,
compound.
I did not reach the compound. So when he branched to his place, so I stood. There was no road in front, so I stood. I looked behind, I saw my grandmother. She was laughing. She laughed. Then from there, we went back home. So I went back home. When we reached home, she just my aunties. I tell you what, they laughed up to date. They still
laugh
remind me.
about that.
And the man was called Diakonia.
What?
So they started teasing me that he's my husband. And just when I was young,
Mchana
I would
Diakonia.
cry. Don't call me that. I used to cry.
That's what I
It's so
thought.
funny, yeah.
Cultures are also quite different. In my culture, if it were me, then who met that old brown man with gray hair all over and in this kanzu? Ask me what you would do. I would take off. You know why I would run? I would say, I need a ghost. I'm in
No, okay.
So that's what practically came into my mind. I thought
Okay,
you were
for
like,
me,
"Let's
at
say
the back of
this guy."
my mind, I knew the road that man was taking is the road which brought us. So me, I was just following.
But was it really the road?
No, it wasn't the road, of course.
Was
We had
it
to go
far
back.
from the real road? As you went back,
it was
it a little bit distant?
it was not.
Maybe you just diverted a little bit.
Yes.
And in life we have so many diversions. So
So
what
that's
does
what
someone who
happened.
is listening to us learn from that? Even when you get diverted and go to another direction, get the courage to come back. And in life, what I've also learned from that is in life we need people who guide us. Just
My grandmother
imagine.
was there. She was waiting for
if at all your grandma was not there, where would you end with that old man?
Of course, I would cry. I would cry.
So I think in life we cannot do it all by ourselves,
Yeah.
but we need someone to direct us
Guide
on
us.
where we go,
Yeah.
on or which road or the right path to take in life, and we should be in a position to admit that we are taking the wrong path. It doesn't matter how you've come back to the right path, but accept it. In life, if you hadn't accepted that that's the wrong path, and also the other thing you believe, if you hadn't believed in your grandmother, and also the other thing you respect,
Yeah.
because when she laughed at you, it was, you're like, something has gone wrong,
Yeah.
something has gone bad.
Just me, I was lost.
So that's what we can learn, I think, from today's session, that in life we need people who direct us. We need people who show us the right path. None knows it all.
Yeah.
And it's also good for parents. That's the other highlight I've gotten. For parents to give their children a chance to know whether they know what they're doing.
By the way, yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes if you do not mess up, you
can't
have no
learn.
message and you cannot learn. It's
Yeah.
from that messing up that you get a message and
And
learn.
learn.
That was perfect. My God. The other thing that I used to do during childhood, as your mother was a Nakati or vegetable or grain sailor, my grandmother was a local brewer. I don't know whether you know what it means.
Yeah.
Like those, you know, in tradition
I
in
remember in our
Uganda,
village, they used to
those
do that.
local brew things, and they bring and be there, they cover it. Then at the end of the day, men use feet to make it, or women use their hands to squeeze out the juice. So my mother was that kind. My grandmother was that kind of woman. Traditionally in Uganda, there are things that used to define us. Being a local brewer was not an insult, but today being a local brewer, people see you as an insult. Being how do you call it? Those people who make back growth. Yeah, in my Uganda we call them abakomazi. It was also the other source of income. Actually, it was so major, and this was compounded with the main source of income and living for Ugandans then, which was agriculture. I don't know whether we still stand by that. So my grandmother being a local brewer, one day, hey, I kept on asking, but what is this my grandma is doing? And I used to move with my grandmother, just as you used to move with your grandma. And there is nowhere my grandma could go and leave me behind. Everywhere she would go, she would go with me. Even going for these things of immunizations, do you what? She's the one who could take me. So in the same spirit, even when she was going to the garden, she could say, let's come and we go. Even when she was going, wherever my grandma used to go in different people's gardens to collect that matoke for making roko brew. I don't know how we can make it, how we can call it. So on going to bring that imbide,
You would go with her.
yeah, I could go with her. And in the same spirit, carry the imbide. But along the way as we are coming, I get tired.
No, you
My
wanted to
grandma,
carry her back.
exactly.
Oh my
And
God.
this poor woman, tiny as she was, she could carry me. She could carry me on her back and like, muzukulu. And at the same time, she's carrying me and she's also putting my
Just asking.
bunch.
Do we
on
still
her
have
head.
those grandmothers right now?
I don't know.
This
Of course-
generation.
Of course, generations change.
Do we still have them?
I think we do have them.
I doubt.
We practically do have grandmothers who can take care of their grandchildren with much love, but generations change.
Yeah.
I mean, taking care of them from where? How?
Oh.
And maybe, if I may ask, are we the children willing to take our children to
Their
our parents?
grandmothers, no.
And also our grandmothers lately are getting so much busy with the things. The some things we do are the same things they do. So they end up going to work, rushing here and there. But I think there are some who are still in the villages and taking good care of their grandchildren. And even here in town centers,
Okay.
I think they're still there. For example, if I get my children and I'm getting a little bit busy with my schedules and take them to their grandmother, I don't think their grandmother will say take them back.
No, of course she can't tell them to just asking,
Mm.
can she go with them like everywhere she's going, then on her back?
Oh,
And,
no,
not
I
that,
think
no.
I think that's quite a little bit hard finding
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's quite hard. I
Mm.
just want to admit it's hard. One, I don't know, in a way our grandmothers used to be more strong. But lately someone is, even you now, they tell you to carry your firstborn,
I
who is
can't.
just 4,
No, I
from
can't.
home to this place where we are.
I
You
can't.
say, oh my God, I cannot.
Not my back.
So how about if it's your if
My
it's your
mother.
mother, who is her grandmother? So I think we just have to understand also the growth dynamics.
Have a sled, Jaja.
So that is the other thing that called me with my Jaja. My Jaja initiated me to so many things. As she could go peeling, I would go with my Jaja peeling. She taught me, she's the first person who gave me the knife peeling. But just ask me, how old were you? I was just 4 years. But because everything she did, she wanted me to do, I could do with her. The only thing
as a baby. Me as a baby at home. As a baby.
I couldn't admit being a baby.
Yeah, as a baby.
Me in my personality,
As a baby.
I think I was so much fast. I grew up so fast. Okay, like I matured at an early
At early
stage.
stage.
That's the right word to use. So even when she goes peeling, I could go peeling. She could tell me, first she tell me, give me the matoke. I send the matoke and I do it very fast. In my life, I have speed.
Okay.
Like I used to grow up doing things at a high speed.
Yeah.
So I could send her the matoke very fast. Why? Because I wanted to do what exactly she's doing. Yes. So, and she had a knife that was very short and it was kind of broken. In our language, we call them engera. It was kind of broken, so she gave
Engera,
me
I've
and
learned.
she told me peel. I began peeling, but my grandma was fast. She wasn't looking at the matoke, and me, I was too slow. And I had to look at the matoke that I'm peeling. For her, she peels as she's watching me. She slows the banana. She peels another one. She throws there. She peels, and
Well,
me,
on your
I'm
first-
struggling on one, leaving alone her peeling in the space. For her, she used to hold it like this in space, and everything gets done. Me, I'm like this.
You are learning. But you learn.
But that's also another thing. But
Yeah.
that's what she could say.
You learn.
Carl, you're making your entire dress full of masanda. Amasanda tegagenda kuva mulugoye in her tone. Amasanda tegagenda kuva mulugoye. But and I noticed at a certain point in time, whenever I could go to fetch the matoke for making local brew and also go for peeling, she could give me that specific one dress. And I kept on saying, Jaja, you keep changing, but you don't want to change my outfit. Wherever we go,
Why?
I go with this outfit. And you keep changing your what? Your gomasis. And my grandmother was a little bit a unique woman. And she used to buy clothes for making gomasis, the materials. And out
And
of
she
that
could make for
material,
you.
she could make for me.
That love, I can relate.
Mostly that could happen during Christmas time, and as you're going to
For
church.
Christmas?
Yeah!
No.
Yes.
Mine was for staying at home.
No, for my Christmas.
Christmas, my mother would buy for me because my mother is staying in Kampala. So every Christmas she could come to the village and bring for me
My
a new
mother could
dress.
be there. By the way, what we are talking about is not just stories; it's a real life thing.
Yeah.
This is what we went through, but we are what we are right now. And you know, your village was Taban.
Yeah.
And me, I grew up in a small village called Chiziba in Rakai district. I lived there up when I was 5 years. It will be another story to tell how I left Chiziba to come and begin being the woman I am right now. So, the other thing that my grandmother had, and I want you to also tell me your experience about when you want to teach.
Okay. First of all, my grandmother, she never wanted to beat me because she never wanted me to feel like I'm mistreated because my father is not around, my mother is not around. So she over pampered me. But I remember, I can tell the times that my grandmother came to me, she had this slogan of ngenda kukuba tano ezekiteeka, but in our language, like when you do something,
How do you say that in your language?
Should be like lay down, njo kuba kitano ekyeteeka, meaning
That's seemingly Lugishu.
njo kuba kitano ekyeteeka, meaning like I'm
I'll
going to
give
give you
you
5
5.
strokes for the law.
Mandatory. Those are the 5. That's the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, so that day, I think that day she disciplined me. My aunt had come. She was staying in Kampala, so she had come to the village. And when she came, that day when she was going back, I escorted her. So she gave me some money. I remember she gave me 1,000. So I went with my friends. We went to the trading center. We bought pan. We bought band. Like we bought a lot of things in that money. We ate. So after eating, we remained there. I played from morning. I returned home like at 5 in the evening. Ha! I found her.
The ninja is coming in her foot like
At
that.
5 when I
And how was
escorted
your
my
clothes
aunt.
looking? Give us that imaging of how your dress was looking the time you came
I
back.
don't want to know. Brown. That's
And by all means, that old woman had to do what?
and she was so pissed. She said, where have you been? You left here in the morning and you're just coming back at this time. You have
Well,
not
I think
even
she was
eaten. She was, yeah, of course she was scared. You have not even eaten food. Lie down, lie down, lie down. I'm going to give you 5 strokes. So I lied down. She gave me, yeah, she gave me my 5, and you know, I cried. And the other scenario, I remember I was in P2. So our grandfather bought a very, very big fish. So we cooked supper, I ate. Then my grandfather used to leave some for me. Like what they give him, he could keep for me some. So he would be like, this one's for my mother for tomorrow, you keep for her. So they used to keep for me. Now we eat supper and my grandfather keeps for me some. Of course, then in the morning we went to school. Then during break time, I faked at school. I said, I told them I was sick. And I started shivering. And guess what? I told them I can't even walk. And I told the head girl of the school to carry me on her back and take me to my judge at home. So the girl carried me on her back, took me back home. I reached home. So my grandmother was like, oh, my girl is sick. She gave me medicine. She told me, do you know what? You come and sleep. She covered me, of course. I slept.
Why are you still shivering?
I was shivering, I'm sick. So she covered me. After covering me, then she cooked food. No, she cooked food lunch. Then she came, she woke me up. I ate. Then after eating, guess what happened?
Life came back to normal.
Life came back to normal. I ran out to go and play. She kept quiet. When I was playing, I was making the loudest noise outside. So she called me. She asked me, are you sick? I had forgotten I was sick. I said, no, I'm not sick. I told her, no, I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
You had forgotten.
I had
you're
forgotten
sick.
I was sick. Had already eaten my fish, you know,
What
and
an
life came
illness.
back. So she told me what? And my grandmother with the books, she wanted me to study. She wanted me to graduate. And I'm happy I made her proud, of course.
Wow.
Because I did graduate. Yeah. I
Hello
did
for
graduate.
you.
So she told me, so you left school, you lied that you're sick, you came back home, I even gave you medicine, yet you are not sick. Tell me, why did you come back? She asked me, why did you come back from school? And I had to tell her the truth. You know what? I was hungry, I was feeling hungry, I had not taken porridge at school, I was hungry, so I wanted to come back and what?
The
And eat
innocence
food.
of being a child.
Yeah, as in P2. Of course she caned me.
Oh, even then she can't
Of
you.
course. Like, playing with studies?
No
No.
game.
No.
No game.
Yeah, okay.
My God. I remember when I was young, my grandmother used not to beat me so much. Actually, she used not to beat me using cake. But the moment my grandmother said, "Njakusabula," you're sure the slap is on your back. And I think we were so much used to that. So by the time she says it, it's already on your back, it has already landed to you, you're already shouting. But that wasn't punishment enough to me from her. Since I loved moving so
what
much
scared
with
you?
her, when you wrong her, she just tells you you're not going anywhere. And to show you that she's serious, that day she will lock you inside the house.
And she goes
And
alone.
guess what I would do? I would bang the door. I would shout.
Stubborn
I
and
would cry. I would bang the door. I bang the door. As I cry, I bang the door, calling out my jaja, calling out my koja, calling out my mother, calling out everyone. And in the due course, guess what happened? I fall and sleep. And by the time my grandma comes back, of course she finds me sleeping. I don't know whether she really knew that I could keep crying when she's away. But I have a feeling why she kept go outside one day, but she did not come back at any point. So I could fear wronging her for the fact that she'll not go with me.
Okay. I think I was with my grandmother for like 10 years. Yeah, for
Quite
10
longer
years.
time.
Yes, for 10 years. And I think for the 10 years I was with her, she came me like, I think twice. Yeah, I think twice. For laying out and also for faking that I'm sick. Those are the only times that I recall when she pained me. But as a good girl, very disciplined.
You're giving yourself flowers.
I was loved by everyone, my aunties, my uncles, like everyone around home. They loved me so much because I was a good girl.
So, our dear viewers, we want to appreciate you for following us, for viewing, and most importantly, for commenting. In everything we say, get something to learn. And you can watch part of this episode with your children at home so that they know that what they are doing, we did it.
Yeah.
And we've already gone through this. So that they also keep learning something, one or two. It's good for now, and we can say we need to go and leave you. Remember, the importance of this show is specifically to make you live, love, laugh, and learn. So what have you learned in today's show? You can go to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe, and you can just comment what you've learned from this. And you can also let us know where can we find you so that we can also get your story. So you get to know that we are not building up stories. This is not fake storytelling. This is the reality and real life story. And this is what I've been today with Nabwire, Doreen, the other name, William. Okay, Mommy Audrey.
And also, what I'd like to tell our dear viewers, if in case you want to ask us anything, you can go in the comment section. Please feel free to ask us anything you want us to tell you, and we shall be glad to share with you.
Yeah, and we still remain yours, Nabwire and Ida. Meanwhile, she'll also come and tell us her story one time.
Yes.
Thank you. It's getting a little bit dark. We love you. God bless you.
Yeah.